Welcome back. Today we're going to finish this piece off, and I have found this bit of fabric in my stash. Look how cool this is. I am loving that there, so I'm going to cut that out just roughly for now. And I thought that might look quite cool on there. I've got half of a bird. I've got a duck, but I don't think that's going to work. I mean, just a little scrap of fabric. And it's amazing what you can do. I also found these, and I've picked up these as well as some buttons. So I'm all ready to go. So let's have a little look. I think this will be lovely on here. I don't know why. I just... You know, when you just see something. And I'm going to try and applique it on because I don't do that very often. It's quite fiddly. You have to tuck in all the edges. But I thought, you know, it's big enough. I might be able to do it. So we're going to have a go at that. It's all about just playing with your supplies, what you've got. I'm not too sure how it's going to work. I might know whether... Oh, I could put it up here. That'd look quite nice. Maybe not right in the centre, maybe over here. Quite like that. Right, let's see what we can do. I don't need much. I'm going to use this sort of weird and wonderful colour. I don't know what it is. I've got 2 strands of it. I never know what any of my colours are. So I'm going to start here, and I think what I'm going to do is snip. I think it's a bit like when you're folding edges. You need to sort of do that. So I'm going to just have a look. Where am I going to come up? Sort of there, I think. And I'm going to come up in the right place to start with. And then we're going to try and fold that under. This could get really fiddly. I may not do all of this on camera, but I just want to show you what I'm going to do. Because it may take sort of the whole video. So tuck that little bit under. And then it's not going to be perfect, guys. It isn't going to be perfect. Look, it's already not perfect. I can't start with it not perfect. Yes, you can. Doesn't matter. I just want to get that little white bit under, like there. Gotcha. Right. Little stitch. And I'll try and zoom in so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm just catching and going along that line. And I think it's going to look really cool. Tuck it under again. It may end up in a different place to where I started, but you know, doesn't matter. We can do that. I'm feeling very refreshed. We've just been down to the beach for a walk. It's actually not raining yet. They've threatened rain, but it hasn't rained yet. And yesterday it was so nice and not cold that I actually went outside and washed my car. I know. I haven't been able to wash my car for ages. It's been a case of quickly getting all the bird. I don't know if I can say poo on my video or not, but you know. Because we do live by the sea, so there's quite a few seagulls. And they do like to sit in trees on unsuspecting cars below. Usually nice clean ones that have been washed. So I'm waiting to go to work and find out that the only space is under a tree. I'll be parking miles away, I will. But yeah, so odds on it's going to rain because I've washed my car. And I like it's all shiny. I do like to keep my car clean. Oh no, I'm just waffling. Sorry, guys. Yes, stop waffling, Carol. Talk about something sensible, like stitching. So this is what I think appliquing is like. It's just tucking the edges in on things, just to make a nice neat edge. Usually I'm quite happy having all the rough edges, but you know, you've got to try something different. And I just thought it needed also a pop of colour, because there's not a lot of colour. It's all very pale, and I think that will set it off. So I'm going to finish doing that and I'll come back. I'm just going to carry on all the way around, but it's just going to take so long. Okay, there we go. Oh, sort of appliqued on. Not too bad. So I'm thinking now that this area looks a bit bare. I'm going to fill it all up. And I've got some green on some of this. I've been in my jar a bit. And I think all I'm going to do is put some big leaf shapes down here. And just run in stitch again, because nothing too complicated. We'll just go round and make a leaf shape. And I'm only going through the top. I'm not even going through the felt at the back, because I don't need to. How big should we make it? To there, maybe? That'd be big enough. Yep, and we'll come back down. And just stitch. No real plan, as per normal. Just making it up as I go along. And you can do that. Not a problem. Just think, oh, I need to put something in that space. Or, oh, maybe something else would look nice there. Should we go up the other side? I think we can. Let's overlap it slightly. And yeah, I know I have to keep turning my my little piece. It's just the way I stitch. Yep, well, that was going to happen, wasn't it? And come back down. Nice and easy. I know some of you are stitching along, so I hope that you're finding it helpful and a bit inspirational, because there's really no trick to this. I'm going to, I think, tie that off. I'm just wondering whether to do another colour going around that as well, just to make it stand out. And I did actually go and find some of this colour, because I thought it might look nice. And it's the closest I could get. But I may go over these leaves again now with this, maybe just slightly off. Just, I don't know. I'm just playing. That's all we do. Just It's a lovely Sunday afternoon and I'm just stitching. I've done all my chores, even the hoovering of the craft room floor and my kitchen, because I washed the car and of course I had to wash the floor in the kitchen. So yeah, it all had to be done. That's the trouble with housework. Just all keeps coming back to haunt us. But I do hope that you find time to do a bit of relaxing stitching. And remember, there's no rules. You just stitch where you want to stitch, go whichever way your needle decides to take you. That's all I do. The plan was just to use some nice soft fabrics this time, nice easy stitching. And I'm going for greens instead of blues, which, as many of you know, will be a little bit different. We may go back to blue next week. We may be back to something different. I'm thinking about doing some needle felting next week. So if you've not tried that, come and have a look. If you've tried it and you're really good, you can come and have a giggle at my attempt. So I'm going to have a go at that when I've sort of finished doing this video. So that should be fun. And probably quite a giggle because, you know, it's new. And when you try new things, they never go quite right, do they? They never go quite right. I'm going down here. I don't know why. I just am. There we go. We'll see what that looks like. I might not stop. Oh, we've got like a bow. That's nice. I think it might not be a good plan. There we go. Just something in that corner. I think I'm going to do a double row of those because just a couple more like that. I like it. I like that. Right, I'm going to stop because I do want to put my buttons on and I want to put some of that trim somewhere. That's my next sort of aim. It's all an aim. Let's have a look at these, see what we can do. I don't know where they came from. Some little packet of something. I don't think we'll be using the purple or the black. But I was looking at this furry stuff. Look at that. That looks like it could be. This looks interesting. I don't know what that is. And there's these. You can hardly see. I love the colours. But that one just goes quite nicely, I think. Some of this does. That is sort of a completely different colour. I don't know how to stitch with this. I did try before. I have done that before. This, maybe. But I do like this, but I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Right, for now, I think I'm going to just do some embellishing on this. And maybe we'll do something with this. Maybe it's got some seed heads coming out of it. That might be quite interesting. And what I'm thinking is each of these could be a little I'll start this end. Sometimes I start in the middle and then I'm like, oops, I can only go one way. And I'm just going to come out, go back in, and then do it again. And I'm going to make them all different lengths. I'm going all over the place here. I'm trying to think of a way to not stretch it too far, but I don't think that's going to work. I'm going to have to. I don't think there's another way. I'll do a little one. Maybe that one only goes to there. I'll do little ones like that because they're baby ones. Oops, I think I've tied a knot somehow. I don't know how I've done that. Let's do a little one there, and then we'll go here and do a big one. Oh, I might just have enough. Do that one. Do that one. And then I can come. I'm going to come back through there. And then I've got one more. Come on, one more. Stretch it out. Do a little one. Right. Okay. So that's made little tiny stalks, and I've got not enough there, so I'm going to have to do the whole, tie it like this. I will back this anyway, so it's fine to have stretched across stitches. We don't worry about that, do we? We just want them at the front where we can see them. We don't worry about what the back looks like. Okay, that should be fine. So we've got little stalks, and all I'm going to do, I think, is find, I've got some of this, it's a bit darker. I may get some of this. Oh, oh, oh no, I can't. I could get little tiny bits. Oh, I don't think that'll work. That'll be far too fussy. I don't think I could manage that today. It's a Sunday, guys. And you know what I'm going to do, don't you? Yep. See little tiny French knots at the end of each of these. And I think they'll look like... Oh, no. I could do like more coming out. Now, let's stick with it. I don't want to overcomplicate it. I'm just going to do a seed stitch, a French knot. So we're just going to do a French knot at the end of each of these. I could have made my stalks again a bit longer so that, but maybe next time. Maybe next time we'll have a go at trying to make some flowers or something. Flower stitching. That might be quite interesting. And of course, with French knots, I'm always picking it up. So up, round and down. Simple as that. French knots are like so cool. I love French knots. They're like one of my favourite things. Bullion knots. Knots are keen. Knots are keen. I like them. I just can't do them very well. Oh. Thought I'd push that through. Obviously hadn't. So don't forget, if you are stitching along, we'd love to see your work in progress. Come and post it on the Facebook group. It's a very small little group of wonky stitches. It's all very friendly. You can come and lurk, we don't mind. Or you can join in and show your work off. Absolutely fine. That's what it's there for you to get to know each other. Like a little community. I like to think we've got a nice little community here. With a common love of wonky stitching. If you get a loop, don't worry about it. It's absolutely fine. We don't worry. We just carry on. Loops. As soon as I've finished my Little Mermaid book, I am thinking about doing a little scrappy book. So if that's something you want to see, let me know in the comments, please. And that will be just like a using up your scraps book. And no plan, no nothing, just use your scraps and see what we can make with what we've got on that day. But we'll make a little book to stitch in. There? Am I there? I'm there. I just think that looks quite cool now. Just sort of gives it something different than how it started. I mean, you can just carry on with these sort of things. I mean, I could do sort of some more stems up there. I could try and do bullion knots. I could. Right, I think that's it. Ooh. Right. Tie a knot or two, just to be on the safe side. Turn it the right way up, because it has got a way up now. I like that. I think, okay, I've got a loopy one, but you know what? It's natural. It's nature. I love this. It looks like the flower is coming out of the leaves. I like it. And I did some weird and wonderful stuff here. I don't know what else it needs. I think I'm going to do something else with this. Or maybe put some more stitches in the background. I'm going to go make a cup of tea. I'll be right back. Right, I've got a nice cup of tea. My voice was starting to go a bit croaky again. Okay, I feel like it needs more. And what I'm going to do, I think, is just put some bits into this sort of space here. And I thought some big crosses would be quite cool. I don't know why, just because. And very random, I know. I've got thread I need to use up. And I'm just going underneath, not going all the way through to the back. I'll go up there. Just because. See a space, do some stitching in it. One of these days, I'll actually have a plan when I start creating one of these pieces. But, you know, we like to be spontaneous. And I do think that this needs something, this little white bit that I'm near now. I think that's all. I've got no thread left now. I wanted to get one over on the other side, but, you know, that's not going to happen. So we'll just finish it off. Oh, just enough thread. I could do some different colours as well, just to make it doesn't look a bit odd. Or have some of the yellow that I used over there. I could put that on as well. Let's start this end and go the other way and do some more little crosses. Just smaller ones maybe. Yeah, smaller ones. Sorry, I know I keep moving it, but I just have to. I don't know. Can you keep yours flat when you're stitching? Because I can't. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and do one that's like behind. This should be interesting. That's gone behind there. So it's going to come out over here somewhere. Just because, you know, because it's funny. And we're going to come up there. No, I'm not going to put one there. I'm going to go back down. I'm going to go over there. Because there's no room. There is no room. Over to there. Round and round we goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. And nothing really exciting has happened this week. I've got no news. No news. It's just been, you know, work and nothing much else. So, sorry, nothing exciting to tell you. We are going to go away for a weekend in the camper van. One of the weekends in March. Just into the New Forest, just because we need a little bit of a recharge of the old batteries. You know what it's like. You just need to get away from all the everyday stuff. And if it's cold and wet, then so be it. We're not worried. Got waterproofs, got a heater in the van, and we will be okay. And now, of course, it's the last stitch, so what happens? What happens when it's the last stitch? Yes, the needle comes unthreaded every time. Every time. Probably my own fault for leaving it till the end. As you can see, I haven't gone through to the back on these either because there's no need to. Now this, I feel like I need to tail this off somehow. I don't know why. I'm just looking at it just then and thinking we need to like just do something. What can we do? I know, we'll do those stitches where I go along and then you do a French knot at the end, maybe. Or, can I put something on the end? I don't know. I don't think so. I'm going to do a little French knot. And then I'm going to do a French knot and go back the other way, just to save cotton. thread. I must remember what it's called. Just like this, so that it doesn't sort of abruptly end. I think that was my thing. It just sort of looked like it stopped. And this probably won't help, but, you know, I just thought it might be something. And if it's not, it is now. Crazy, crazy. And come back up. Yep, that's another loopy one. We don't mind. Loopy's fine. Loopy is me. And we will come up. I love how it's getting tangled up with the threads. It's sort of helping it integrate. I'll do another one there. I'd like another 2, but I don't think I'm going to get 2. We'll try. These are called something and I can't remember what they are. People use them for flower stems, don't they? Which is what I did there, but I did them separately. You can do it all in one go. I don't have to do that. I have to do mine separate. As you can tell. Right, I think we're just going to stop that there and see what we did. See if we need to do anything else. And I don't think I'm going to get that fluffy stuff on. I did have a look when I stopped for my cup of tea. It's something. Right, and I've got some more. And I'm thinking maybe just to finish it off, I wanted to put a couple of buttons on. And I've got a couple. I did get another one. I've got another one of my big ones, but I don't know where I'm going to put it. It's a bit too big, I think, for this. But I've got a couple more. And I'm just wondering if they may be too dark. I don't know. Don't know about the buttons. I think I'll just keep it stitched. But I feel like this bit is just all blank here. So I'm going to just do some little seed stitches just to sort of fill up the space a little bit. And they're very easy to do, little seed stitches. You just go in all different directions like that. And it just sort of puts something there that probably wasn't there before. You know what I mean? I can't describe it. Just adds a little something. Just keep going in random directions. I do try not to make mine go in lines, but sometimes they just do, and I'm not quite sure how, because I go randomly, and then they end up all in lines. I don't know how that happens. I want to go and put some in this little gap over here. So we're just going to make our way over. Make our way. Just going through the top bit, not the felt. Just saves the stress on your hands. That's all. Nice and easy. But I do find it a lot easier to stitch onto something like felt, because trying to hold this little flimsy bit of cotton, it really can tire my hands out. I don't know about you. Just makes it so much easier when you've got some backing. Doesn't have to be felt. You can use whatever you've got. You know, another piece of thick fabric. A bit of whatever you've got handy. There we go. I think that will probably do for now for there. Let's just see what we've done. You only need a few. I may carry on yet. I always say that, don't I? I always think I'm going to carry on and do some more. But I think it just adds something down there. So I've got this dangling off. Oop, cut it off. Cut it off. I do think I need to do something else up here as well. I've got this. That's introducing another colour, isn't it? Which we probably don't want to do. Or maybe I can just use what I had already, which was this one. Okay, hang on. Let me just thread this needle up. So what if these little bits that we did earlier were actually seed heads blowing in the wind? They're a bit straight for blowing in the wind, but you know what I mean? I think that might work. I could do some upside down. See what happens. I'm just going to come up on each one. I know. Sometimes I wish I'd thought things out first. Just sometimes. Like if I'd have put them at different angles, that would have been really, really cool. But I didn't. So we're just going to make the most of what we've got. Because I'm not undoing it. Never undo it. I'm just going to do that. Yes, and I've stretched it across again. Very naughty. And I'm doing my knot, going down, and I'm coming back up where I'm going to do the next one. Just makes it easier, really. Down, turn, turn, and turn. Keep flattening it out. It's not too bad. I haven't done too many sort of stretches. Just be careful. Well, if you do go sort of a long way underneath, then just make sure you just keep flattening your piece out, otherwise it'll end up quite crinkly. Oops, no, only one. I like these. I like making these little seed head things. I don't know what they're properly called. Do you know, I might just go down and finish that off down there. See what they're looking like. See if I like them. Do I like those? Yes, I do. I'm going to do some more. I'm going to do some more. And I'll pop back when I've just finished them. Won't take me long. And just do these last 3, and hopefully I've got enough thread left. Should have. I didn't know these were going to be seed heads when I started, but there you go. They look like they are. Or maybe they're little tiny trees. Doesn't matter. We just don't need to be anything at all, really. But, you know, we try to rationalise what things are, don't we? Oh, that must be that and this must be that. You don't really need to. Oops, upside down. There we go. So I don't think I'm going to be able to use this. It's the right sort of colours, but not, doesn't seem to fit. I think it's finished. I could do bullion stitches here, but they're not my favourite. Shall we have a quick go with bullion stitches and see what we can do? Maybe just a couple. Let's have a go. I'm not the world's best with this, but you can have a laugh. Right, so I think I'll do that. Let me just go to there. Oh, you see, now I've pulled it all the way through. I don't do that. Don't pull it all the way through. Try again. Let's go back the other way and see if I can do it without pulling it all the way through. Right, so stop. It happens. This is why I don't like them, because it's like you have to actually think about what you're doing. 1, 2, 3. Now it's got to go loads, hasn't it? I'm going to need loads. Probably need a longer needle. Let's push that through and see what we've got. And see whether I'm going to be doing some more. Okay. Wiggly, wiggly. Push it down with my fingers, and then get this and see, it just doesn't work for me. I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board. I'm sure they're not this difficult. It's a sort of thing. It's whatever it is. Let me just do that one over there. I'll have another go. I've got some fluff stuck in it. I've got... Right, let's have a go. Well, we'll just do this and then I'm going to say it's done. This one shouldn't be so long. Right, stop. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that long enough? Maybe a couple more. You have to make it as long as the gap you're trying to fill. That's the trick. That's the secret. And then, of course, being actually able to do them. Aha! Nearly. Oh, it's a bit better than the first one. Right, I'm going to go across to here and do another one. I'm not going to think I'm going to do them all. I'm just going to do like little bits. I don't know how to make them curly. They're just straight, mine. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That'll do. And off. And back this way. Push. See, not quite sure that's how they're supposed to be, with that big wobbly bit in the middle. But we're going to go for it, and I'm just going to do another one over here. Because I've got, that much. Probably might just have enough. Are we ready? Oops, I've got the wrong bit, I think. I've got things tangled up here. Right, I might not have enough. Okay, we'll just do a little bit. A resemblance. A resemblance. Don't think it's long enough. But, yeah, that's why I don't do bullion stitches. I need to practice them. Oh, and it's come undone. Do you know what we're going to do? I'm not going to rethread it. I'm just going to tie it as it is, I think. Like that. Because I've threaded the needles quite a few times. Okay, let's call this piece finished. I like it. I might even do, here we go, I might do some more of these little seed stitches sort of in the gaps. And maybe up here. I could do something up here. Join me next week if you want to see my attempt at needle felting. Bye.